And look, I'm gonna start this video by saying, man, fuck the Karate Kid legends. I mean, the Karate Kid legends. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, the Karate Kid legends, they missed the mark with this one. They missed it. See, me being a huge Karate Kid fan of the franchise, okay, me just being an ultimate Karate Kid fan of the franchise, I got real excited because I said, okay, so damn, they finna, continue where Cobra Kai left off. Okay, hey, this finna be good. So finally, they merged the universes of Mr. Miyagi and Mr. Han. Okay, so now that there's a backstory between Miyagi and Han. And so you kind of start thinking, okay, damn. Okay, this finna be good. And when I saw the Karate Kid Legends, I was disappointed. Not only did the writers, they miss the mark, they completely they went in a damn direction that was completely idiotic, stupid, just stupid. And then when I looked at it, when you first see Karate Kid Legends, right? Okay. Well, okay, I'll tell you what, I talk about this, okay? I talk about how Cobra Kai, they nailed it, okay? Cobra Kai they nailed the continuation of the first three Karate Kids. They nailed it. They nailed it perfectly. The reason why they nailed it is because the show picks up where Johnny Lawrence left off. Johnny Lawrence being, just a bum, just made a complete debacle out of his life. And then, it picks up where he left off. Like, what happened to Johnny Lawrence all those years after he lost that karate tournament to Daniel LaRusso? What happened to Johnny Lawrence when Kreese tried to choke him out and tore his trophy up? Like, you see that what the effects of that had on Johnny Lawrence. Like, you see it. It's like you really feel like this is the continuation of those three movies. You feel that way. Then you see the introduction of Terry Silver. He came back. My goodness, when they brought Terry Silver back, bro, it was, for me as a fan, man, I started jumping up and down in front of my TV set. I started jumping up and down. I started screaming when they brought John Kreese back. And then when I saw Chozen Taguchi show up at Mr. Miyagi gravesite saying "Yosh," like, folks, I had a Jamaican ginger brew, and I took that ginger brew, I threw it across my room, man. I got so excited because, you have to understand, if you grew up watching the Karate Kid, you know those characters. And when I saw Mike Barnes, I said, oh, they got Mike Barnes back. Like, guys, I got excited. Cobra Kai, they nailed it. They went in and nailed it. Cobra Kai nailed it. Then you get Karate Legends. Karate Kid Legends. You see this and you're thinking, the whole movie I'm thinking, these people are so damn arrogant that you don't think the events of Karate Kid Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and Cobra Kai, you don't think that matter because this movie went in a totally different direction. Totally different. Like, they missed the mark. And this movie, is going to fail because of it. It's going to fail. This movie it sucked. It was disappointing. First of all, you don't even see Daniel LaRusso's ass until like the second half of the movie. You don't even see him. You don't see him. And it's like, I started to realize and understand, you know what, this is Jackie Chan's movie, and he threw a bone out to Ralph Macchio. Okay, he threw a bone out to Ralph Macchio. And Ralph Macchio said, okay, I'll take on the role of Daniel LaRusso. But it made Daniel LaRusso seem like a back character, like a second-rate character. He didn't seem like one of the main characters. And I'm sorry, when you have the Karate Kid, yes, I don't like the character Daniel LaRusso. But the actor Ralph Macchio, he's probably one of the best actors in the world, okay? The actor who plays Daniel LaRusso is a top-notch actor. The way that, his time on screen, I'm just like, okay, what the hell is this, man? Come on. Daniel LaRusso is the real Karate Kid. How do you have half of the damn movie and no Daniel LaRusso? And moreover, I got pissed off because, me and everybody were watching this movie, everybody in there. And all of us are old school Karate Kid fans. And every last one of us are trying. We sitting here talking, trying to figure out, how does this movie connect to Cobra Kai? How does it connect to Cobra Kai? You got mofos up here, looking at the damn house, that Daniel LaRusso must have got bored, man. He done changed the damn color of the house. He changed it back to the old school colors that Mr. Miyagi had back in the movie. Like, we're sitting here and we're trying to figure out how the hell is this movie related to Cobra Kai? Like, we want the connections because we're living in nostalgia. Us old school Karate Kid Part 1, 2, and 3 fans. We're living there because we want this story to never stop. We want the story to never stop. That's the thing with us. We don't want this story to stop. And then finally, when we saw Daniel LaRusso, everybody kind of started getting excited, getting pumped up. And then, Daniel goes to New York to help, to help out this kid Lee, to help him out. And, to teach him some Miyagi-Do karate. But still, in that opening scene, when Daniel first came into view, all of us start thinking, well, where's his wife at? Where's Anthony? Where's some of these Cobra Kai characters? Like, it's like the Karate Kid Legends, you totally fucking just ignore the events of Cobra Kai. And it was pissing me off. The more that I kept watching this movie, the more pissed off I kept getting. This movie completely ignored those events. It didn't tie the events in. It didn't quite tie them in. Now, I'll give this movie has some great choreography, okay? Very good choreograph. The fight scenes, to me, were pretty damn good, okay? The storyline, it was okay. It's the same storyline for the Karate Kid. Kid gets his ass whooped, and then he learns some kind of, secret technique. He learned some techniques from both of his one Kung Fu master, karate master. He used that technique to overcome his enemy, the villain, in the end of the movie. Okay, we get that, okay? Storyline was okay. It wasn't, like, horrible. But I hate that the Cobra Kai universe, to me, felt left out in this movie. It felt completely left out in this movie. And it's like, Cobra Kai was so damn successful. How do you not take your movie and build upon the events? Not like a Cobra Kai in the movies. We're not talking about that. But at least some of this damn movie should have tied into the events of Cobra Kai, or some instance, some mentioning of Cobra Kai. Like, something to tie the films in together. Hell, some of us would have been okay if Dre Parker would have made a cameo. Like, we would have been okay with that. But it was nothing. And they had one little cameo. They threw us a bone at the end of the movie. Johnny Lawrence made an appearance at the very end. Okay, now, here's my thing. Okay? I felt like that Johnny Lawrence should have been a part of the movie. That's Daniel LaRusso's, that's his bro now. That's his homeboy now. And I felt like this was an adventure that Johnny and Daniel should have took together. I think Johnny Lawrence should have been a part of this movie. Now, I'm not saying he should have been an integral part of the movie, but damn, it should have been some sequences where Johnny Lawrence, could help the man teach the way of the fist. Teach him some of that skill set to help. But it's like Cobra Kai was completely ignored in this movie, man. And it seemed like I was watching an arrogant piece of movie that the writers were talking to me. Look, we're going to show you fans. We're going to show you fans that we don't need Cobra Kai to make a successful movie. We don't need Cobra Kai. See, that's how I kept feeling the whole time that I was watching this movie. The whole time. And it was getting on my last damn nerve. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. You had an extremely successful franchise in Cobra Kai. And it's like the movie could have relayed that, could have tied into it. It would have made this movie so much more successful. Talk about some of the events that happened in Cobra Kai. But then, guys, it wasn't going to ruin this movie. And it wasn't going to make this movie, like a worse movie. Hell, it was doing bad on its own. Cobra Kai did well, very well. Hell, it's people right now binge watching all 6 seasons. I done it. I done binge watched all 6 damn seasons. I did it. Because Cobra Kai was so damn powerful. And it brought back so much of the old school nostalgia. It brought that back. And us Karate Kid fans, we were able to relive those moments in Cobra Kai. You can't say that shit in Karate Kid Legends. You can't say it. We couldn't say that we were able to relive the Karate Kid back when the Karate Kid with Dre Parker. We couldn't relive that. Yes, the movie wasn't that bad, but we couldn't relive the nostalgia. We couldn't do it. Even if they would have made a reference to Drake Parker would have cameoed something. This movie, to me, would have been a success. But the only Cobra Kai reference you give us is Johnny Lawrence at the end of the damn movie? Like, come on, man. And I know Jackie Chan done this dumb shit. Man, I was so angry, man. And it wasn't just me. Some of us old school Karate Kid fans, we were so angry, man. We were so angry. We took our cups, our drinks and, popcorn, and we just threw it on the floor and walked out. I know I did. I had a popcorn with no butter on it, of course. And I didn't even want to eat it no more after watching this crap. I didn't have an appetite anymore after watching this crap. I didn't. Folks, I did not want to. Had no appetite. Because I knew that this movie, the way they made this movie, was absolutely wrong. They had some good scenes in it when, the guy who was being trained by Lee, he was being trained, and, the boxer, he got hurt. That kind of hit home. That was a pretty good scene. And when Daniel was mentoring him, about the two branches in the one tree, and, that was pretty cool. But, folks, I had to tell y'all, this right here, this is an insult to injury right here. This is an insult to injury. I'm looking at Jackie Chan, old tank ass head, big ass head. Look how big his damn head is. He the one that directed this whole movie. Okay, wrote some of this damn movie. And Jackie Chan, you put this bullshit out like this. You wanted to make yourself the main star of the movie. Dude, when it comes to the Karate Kid, and you're in there with Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, you're not the main star. You're not the main star, bro. Ain't nobody recognizing you, Jackie Chan. Hell, we don't even think of you in the Karate Kid universe. Matter of fact, they ain't even mention your ass. You didn't even get a cameo appearance in Cobra Kai. That's crazy. You didn't get a cameo. And it's like, I guarantee you, they probably reached out to him and asked him to do a cameo in Cobra Kai. He probably turned that down. He probably ain't want a part in Cobra Kai. And it would have been so much more powerful if Mr. Hand showed up at Cobra Kai. Now that would have been powerful. But I think Jackie Chan and company, I really believe that they missed the mark. I really believe that. I believe that they missed the mark. They missed the mark completely, folks. They did this movie a disservice. They did it a disservice. And I hope they make up a Cobra Kai movie. They need to, because this movie just showed no... And I'm sorry. With the success of Cobra Kai, there's no way that you make this damn movie and this movie does not pay homage to Cobra Kai. It had to. It would have made the movie more successful. And I think these people, they sat up in there in these writing rooms and they clearly thought to themselves that they can make a success, a blockbuster. They don't need Cobra Kai, damn Cobra Kai. And it was stupid, y'all. It was stupid. It was damn stupid. You got two stars, William Zabka and Ralph Macchio. Then these are these are some of the best actors in the damn world, bro. You could have utilized these two. You could have made the movie that stand out that much more. Instead, man, you brought some new characters in, which I like some of the character developments. I like the character Mia. I like that character. The villain, it just wasn't no backstory to him. There was no character development with this villain, man. And you kind of wanted to understand why Connor was the way he was, and you kind of got a glimpse of it from his dad, a little bit. But then that was it. He was just an asshole. There was no backstory, no reason. See, when Johnny Lawrence was an asshole, we figured out why he was an asshole, because of Kreese. We figured that out. And toward the end of the Karate Kid, we saw exactly what happened and why Johnny Lawrence was who he is. We saw that. This movie just lacked originality, man. It just lacked... It lacked the essence, the meat of the Karate Kid. And I'm sorry, but I think part of this movie should have been, even Daniel LaRusso going on with life, I don't know, kissing his wife. Something to just give us something. Give us, old school Karate Kid fans, give us something. The events of Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai gave it to us. Like, damn it. They cured our nostalgia. They cured it. They gave us what we wanted. They gave it to us, y'all. They made sure that us Cobra Kai, they made sure that us Karate Kid fans, they made sure that we got what we needed out of Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai checked off damn near every one of my boxes. Damn near every one. They checked them off. Only thing Cobra Kai couldn't do was get Julie Pierce back. And okay, so what? I was hoping they can get Dugan, to come back. They couldn't get Julie Pierce, the girl that played Julie Pierce, because she was doing another project, so she wouldn't do it. But Cobra Kai checked off everything. Karate Kid Legends, they went off in some direction that just don't make sense. The plot, sometimes you have a problem following the damn plot. And this whole thing looked rushed. It looked rushed. It don't seem like there's no layout, there's no thought, there's nobody pouring their heart and soul into these characters. It's just like the characters they were dull and they were bland. Like, there was no real true character development in the Karate Kid Legends. And I'm sorry, I didn't like the movie. The movie sucked. Like I said, though, I did enjoy the choreography. I did enjoy that. The fight scenes were pretty damn good. I think Ralph Macchio, the guy that played Brandon, he did a magnificent job with his choreography. I thought that was good. I think the mixture of karate and kung fu, to me, was a good idea. They just played it. They played it wrong. Man, the big Sekai Tai tournament that happened in Cobra Kai, it's like none of that great, none of that. Like, us old school Karate Kid fans now, we looking, okay, how you gonna tie this into Cobra Kai? That's all we kept asking in this movie. How we gonna tie this into Cobra Kai? What can Cobra Kai do for us? Like, what? Guys, it didn't happen. If you're looking to see this movie, okay, and if you think that you're going to get what you're looking for out of this Karate Kid Legends movie, guys, you're not. You're not. On a scale of 1 to 10, this movie was a 3 for me. It was that bad. They missed the mark completely. I mean, so arrogant, so damn arrogant to think that you can't include the events of Cobra Kai. You ignore the events of Cobra Kai. You ignore all of those events because you think that you got a better idea for a movie. And it's crazy. And why the hell did Jackie Chan think that his version of the Karate Kid was going to work back in 2010? It didn't work in 2010, okay, and it damn sure didn't work now.